All right, folks, welcome back to our reaction series here. Here we go again, Officer Tatum, or I like to call him Officer Satan, doing what he does always, sniffing out tragedies in the black community, negativity in the black community for his conservative friends, for his conservative buddies, to make them feel good about themselves. So we got a video here, him reacting to a situation that happened to a sister and her kids. It's a sad situation, but we're going to react to him trying to take it to a level that it shouldn't be taken to.
This was a bad one, man. This is pretty dark and pretty sad. You know, I stumbled across this video because I saw the reaction from the police officer. Like the way he was yelling at some lady sitting on the sidewalk. He was yelling. He was just the passion in his voice. And I know how it is to be a police officer. I know what it feels like when people do certain things and the human side of you struggles because
you don't have
you're human just like anybody else. And when you see certain things in the world, you feel it.
No,
you know, because police officers are not robots, man. When you see somebody that's deceased, when you see neglect of children, when you see people beat up and abused, and at some point,
y'all the ones doing it all the time. You don't feel anything.
Your human nature is going to take over, and you're going to feel it. So hearing that police officer in his voice, I could tell something was wrong. So I said, let me look at this video. Let me do a deep dive at what is he talking about? Like, why?
No, you knew you was going to do a deep dive because it was a black woman involved, and you will see. So stop it. Stop acting like you just was concerned because the police had passion. Stop.
He's so upset. And then it also in the video shows him crying on a car. And I said, something must have happened with children to make a police officer that upset with her actions. And then he had to be escorted off to the side to cry, to let the emotions out because of the horrific scene he had to endure. And I'm gonna show you the video and then we're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna give you some more details and context, but let's play the video of what the police saw when they actually discovered her during the traffic stop.
There you go, open that bag up.
Okay. Don't be too close. Don't be too close. Pretty close. All pretty close.
Open it up, ma'am.
I did.
Unroll the whole thing. What? Open that up. Open that up. What the f? Get the f in! Put your hands up! Don't you Turn over! Turn over right now! You're under arrest! Don't you move! Don't you move! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back!
What I do?
What the f?
It's not mine!
What the f? What the f?
What I do? What I do?
Give me your other hand! Now!
1110 direct, Eastern Boulevard and Wagner's Lane.
I don't want to hear it! I don't want to hear it! Get up! On your feet! Roll over! Sit on your butt! Stand up!
Deviation on the channel.
We don't need that. We got two in custody right now, but we need a supervisor.
Please don't, no, please
I
don't.
swear to God, if you move, so help me.
Please not arrest her. Please don't arrest her. She don't have anything to do with nothing. She really don't have anything to do with nothing. I will give y'all every name to everybody.
I don't want to hear it.
Please don't arrest her.
All right, now you guys seen that. Let's talk about it real quick. So this young lady was 36 years old, and she was pulled over for having a fake West Virginia tag, no insurance, and unregistered vehicle. And this is why traffic stops are incredibly important. And I think that people should understand that cops don't just pulling people over for no reason. No, it's because we got to do our job because you never know who you're going to run into. Now, if police officers would have seen this fake West Virginia plate, a person driving with no insurance, no registration, they could have said, oh, no, let it go. We don't need to go that far. It's a black lady. We don't need to, she's living on hard times.
Now, you see how he threw the race in there? Because he know those other people get let go all the time. Officer Satan. But I'm going to let him go. I'm going to let him preach.
We don't need to do anything about it. But in reality, they would have never discovered these deceased children if they had not taken the responsibility to say, we're going to make a traffic stop because a person has violated the law. It's not that they're going to chasing after black people or nothing like that. It's that people are violating the law, and therefore they have to do their due diligence. So anyway, and so
see, now this is typical of conservatives, especially black conservatives. They take the most egregious situation and try to relate it to something that is normal.
Gets out of the car, they could smell decomposition coming from the trunk, or decomposition period. And then I think they could tell it was maybe coming from the trunk, or they told her where was that smell coming from, and she thought it was a dead animal in her car or something like that. And then she ended up pulling the suitcase out of the trunk. And as you can see in the video, she began to take off whatever clothing or something she had stuffed in the bag on top of the two children. And then obviously you could see the instance when the police officer saw it, and he was like, what the F, what the F? I mean, he probably just, you guys don't understand when you see stuff like that. Decomposed 7 and 5-year-old that's been sitting in a car for months. First of all, the smell, it has to be so rancid that it's almost unbearable to even breathe in a smell like that. Even when you put them in a trash bag and wrap them up and put some scented paper on them, none of that is going to stop the pungent odor of decomposition of two human beings. And then when you open it up, I mean, I was telling myself this last night. I was like, what did he see? Like, how bad did this look? Because I've seen people decompose for a couple weeks, and it is gnarly. But I have never seen people decompose for several months, and especially two children that she must have stuffed into a suitcase. She must have.
Now, don't get it twisted, man. That stop did not save those kids. But here's what I don't like about Officer Satan. This happens every day. There's white women on meth. There's white women killing their kids every day, putting them in freezers. He don't react to those videos. He want to react when a black woman is involved, when a black person is involved.
Stuffed them in a suitcase, not just lay them in there. She stuffed them in a suitcase. And so anyway, when they found the bodies were obviously malnutritious and decomposed. And it says Jocelyn, which is a young girl, which she admitted to police, which we have a video of that. We'll show that here in a second. Which she admitted to police she had abused. She weighed 18 pounds. Larry weighed 21 pounds. This is a 5 and a 7-year-old. Jocelyn was 7. She weighed 18. She weighed 18 pounds. I mean, this is neglect like I've never heard of or seen before.
She was doing all kinds of stuff. Okay. Like she was taking stuff. Like she was getting the boy in trouble. Like she was just doing all kinds.
And you disciplined her?
Yes. Okay.
How many times do you think you might hit her?
I don't know. But I know she fell.
Fell on what?
On the floor.
And what did you do after that?
I tried. I just tried to bump her chest. Like I was bumping on her chest really, really hard. Like I thought maybe she was like, I don't know. Like I'm just trying to.
What did you do next?
I laid in the bed with her.
You laid her in the bed and laid next to her? Where was the boy at this time?
Sleeping in the other bed.
Okay. Help me explain the other child. What happened? So he was still with you when the girl's now in the suitcase in the car. So what led to the next incident with the other child?
I don't know. Like I honestly don't know, because it was like 1 minute we was playing, and then 1 minute it was just like we were playing, like we was playing. I think something hit him in the leg.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause him to die.
Hmm.
Well, why would he die though?
I thought it was like a main artery or something.
Okay, well explain that to me. Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, but then I know I saw him bleeding in his leg.
Where at on his leg?
I don't mean to. Like right here somewhere.
Right inside of his left thigh?
Yeah, but I did like.
Was the blood dripping? Was it?
Only way that I noticed it. And honestly, I didn't even notice it until I started trying to stick.
Now, this is heartbreaking, okay? There's failure somewhere. Where was CPS? But this is heartbreaking. But I'm not going to let people think these officers care, okay? I'm not saying all officers are bad. But you see how he's asking questions like he's concerned? No, he's trying to get her to confess to a crime, which is his job. That's his job. Stop acting like these officers care, like they have sympathy. Folks, they do not. You see what they do in the community every day.
Stink. And then when I started looking at his clothes, they was bloody.
Caused the boy's injury with the blood in his thigh?
I can't remember what exactly he was playing with. And I think I yelled at, I think I swung on him for playing with it. But I can't remember what.
Is there a chance you hit him afterwards? And
I didn't see the thing. He was just like getting drowsy, like just getting drowsy. Like the last thing he said.
So the last thing he said?
He said, honey, can you lay me down?
What's that?
He said, can I lay him down?
Can you lay him down?
Yes, because he was sitting up in the chair. He said, oh, nigga, can you lay me down? And I said, yeah, honey. And I went to smoke, and I turned back around, and it was like, stay. Hey, what I answer me.
Now, some people may not know the background, but the biological mom gave her kids over to this lady, which was her sister, right? So she gave her kids to their aunt in 2019 because mama was going through hard times and grieving and whatever she said it was. And she believed that Nicole was going to take care of the kids. And obviously Nicole didn't do that. Nicole was then found guilty. She pled guilty in the court of law. 2 counts of first-degree child abuse resulting in death. She got 50 years in prison, 5 years probation, mandatory mental health treatment, no contact with minors under 18. Now, she should get the death penalty, if you ask me, for what she did to these kids, because not only did she starve them, she also abused them, and then she stuffed them in a suitcase in such an inhumane way. But the mama is obviously coming out and saying that she's grieved that, what happened. Some of her quotes that she said was, I trusted her. I was mentally broken. That's my blood sister. I just needed a mental break. The mistake I made is trusting will always follow me. I'm sorry, is what she said. And it's just so terrible. Jocelyn, which is the young girl that was 7, her cause of death was blunt force trauma. And then you got Larry O'Neill III. His cause of death was unclear, but they believed that it was neglect and starvation.
Now, he's not saying their names to humanize them. And he doesn't care about justice. This man wants blood. Okay? Not prevention, blood. And he wants to continue his stereotyping of black people. Because how can you take a tragedy like this and even put it on your platform of all the things you do to make black people look bad? You're going to take this tragedy on your platform, a platform that is always highlighting the negative things black people do and ignoring what that other side do, because they do just as much bad. This whole country is messed up.
And so that was the cause of death for those 2 children. But this was a very unfortunate situation, very sad. And I'm hoping that justice is served for these 2 kids. 50 years is not enough for her to do these kids like that. If she thought that the children were she couldn't take care of them, she should have dropped them off somewhere. She could have taken them to a foster home. There's multiple things that you can do to alleviate children instead of, having them murdered and put in a body bag or a suitcase. But anyway, somebody comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. This is horrific, man. I think I can speak more to what the police officers were feeling, but I think you guys can imagine hearing his voice, the type of stuff that we see and how the human reaction is, and why people should really support and back police officers more than they do, because this is a tough job. It's not easy. And the worst of society, we always find that we always end up dealing with those people. So anyway, God bless you. God bless America. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. I'm out.
That fool. He's a fool. Let's be clear, man. This case, yes, it's a horrific case. And whatever justice is being served, that's what's needed. But this man covered this case for his conservative propaganda. That's why he did it, folks. If he don't care about those kids, this is not nothing new. He doesn't care. White mothers kill their kids all the time. Other ethnic groups kill their kids all the time. He doesn't cover the story. He want to use a story like this to promote the backing of police just because of this case. But yeah, he doesn't come and talk about when the police do bad. When the last time a police officer snitched on another police officer? If the police officers were so great, How come they have a blue line, a gang within the police department? If the police officers were so great, how come they have a police for the police? IA, Internal Affairs, if they were so great. I know it's a tough job. It is. But what I do not like is the bad ones do not get weeded out. Sometimes they get promoted. And Mr. Bootlicker here, he loves to use certain stories for his agenda. He's an opportunist. This ain't commentary. His heart doesn't go out to the black children because he stereotypes black children every day. And he's calling them by their name like he's trying to connect with them. This is sad. It's a sad story. But Mr. Officer Satan, you should be ashamed of yourself. And when I do these reaction series, I'm covering anything any black conservatives cover because I'm all about images. And right now, the black conservatives are the one promoting the images, the negative images of black people. They are the worst at it. They are the ones that are allowed to do it. And I guess because they're black. But it's wrong. Now, I'm going to go through all his videos and see if he ever covered a story of other people killing their kids. All right, until the next video, peace.